Hello everyone, welcome to Divine Debut. Thank you for being here. Oh, it's been so amazing. Thank you so much. The views have been over the top. I am totally thrilled with the comments that I have been receiving. I am so humbled and so extremely happy at all of you and the way that you have been giving back the love that I've been giving to you so long. It's been almost 3 years. Almost 3 years, and we've come a long way. I want to thank each and every one of you for your emails, your love, your kind words, and I cannot stress that enough. I feel as though I've received my Christmas presents already. Seriously, I'm so happy. Thank you, thank you. I would like to say that today is the 15th of November, and as usual, I am running late. This is like, it's past the stage of being silly, and I know it's crazy. So, times have been crazy. You know, we've been through such hardship. This year has been really tough with Mars retrograding where it was for months, like it was, in a difficult spot. The energies just in general, and I'm not going to go into the astrology at the beginning of the readings. I will put a small section, the end part of the video will be the astrology part. For those of you that are interested, can stay on and watch the rest of the video. For those astrology lovers out there, I will speak a little bit about that, but not in the beginning of the video because there's a lot of people that want to watch the tarot. So, it's the 15th today, 15th of November 2018, and these readings are love in general for the mid-month to the end of the month, okay, of November. I am going to be doing the extended readings. Instead of uploading them on Vimeo, from now until Christmas, I will be uploading these videos on YouTube. Just so you know, this is me giving back to you. I'm almost at 40,000 subscribers. So thank you so much again. So there's going to be a part 1, part 2. The part 1 will be the divine spread. Okay, with the hidden messages, the divine messages, and the karma dharma messages. I will be taking one card from the Black Moon astrology cards, 1 or 2, all right, for each sign in the first part. And I'm also using the Legacy of the Divine Tarot, which I have. It's a new deck, and I'm so happy to use it on these readings, okay, by Ciro Marchetti. Now, all the rest of the cards that I'm using, I will put the list in the description box below. So, in the second part, which is the free second part of your reading, which, as I said, would normally be on Vimeo, you're getting it for free. And before I forget, I would like to wish Sagittarius a happy birthday, even though we're still in the time of Scorpio for a few more days. Happy birthday if it is your birthday, and happy solar return. Happy birthday, dear Sagittarius. It's your turn. The sun is coming into your sign, and you are blessed by Jupiter, your ruler. So this is going to be a very special birthday for you. Again, thank you all for your love and your commitment to my channel. Okay, let's go on to the readings now. And please don't forget to share, to like, subscribe, and comment. That keeps my channel going, and it is very important. All right, so thank you again. Part 1, here we are. Hello dear Pisces, welcome to Divine Debut. This is Kathy speaking. Hope that you're all doing well. This is your divine spread for mid-November till end of November 2018. Dear Pisces, I'm extending this reading. There will be a part 2 on YouTube. It's for free. Okay, so please watch part 1 before you watch part 2. Some people go straight to part 2 and they're missing out on details. So let's see what's happening for you at this time, dear Pisces. You've got the moon there. You also have Mars, which moved into your sign right now. Now your ruler is going to go direct. It's going to go direct in about 10 days, which is great. So whatever difficulty in seeing things clearly will, you know, those glasses will be coming off. You'll be able to see the truth to something that you have been wondering about. Now, Venus is going direct in a couple of hours. Mercury is going retrograde in about 15, 16 hours. So let's see what the Karma Dharma position is for you. You've got the Magician. Okay, now this is Mercury. So Mercury is all about communication. As above, so below, says this card. So you've got the power within to manifest. Let's see what the rest of the spread is going to show for you. And then I will take a Black Moon Astrology card. Now in part 2, I will take a lot more cards. So let's see. Okay, so for Pisces, what are the messages? Spirit guides and angels. So the root of the issue, beginning. The root of the issue is the Ten of Coins. And this is actually Venus in Virgo. Venus is actually in Libra at the moment. Venus is at the late degrees. It's at 25 degrees of Libra, and it's going to turn direct. It will still be in shadow period up until 10 degrees of Scorpio. So give it a little bit more time before you know what this retrograde is all about. Let's see what's in the hidden position. And we've got the Lovers, which is Gemini. So dear Pisces, you may be dealing with a Gemini person now. Mercury is ruled by Gemini and Virgo. So we've got Venus in Virgo. Others of you are dealing with Gemini, others with Virgo. Let's see in the recent past. We've got the Knight of Swords. At the present position, we've got the Nine of Cups. Wow. Crowning your reading is the Six of Wands. That is your goal. Hoping to become successful. The advice position and the action to take is the Queen of Swords. And this is obviously Gemini, I would say. An air sign, more than likely Gemini, but we've got the Knight of Swords here as well. So could it be just the archetype? Yes, could be. Let's see what the outcome position is. We've got the World card, which is a completion of a cycle. This is a successful end to a karmic cycle. This is the energy of Saturn here. Saturn is restrictive. He serves us with lessons, but he brings us longevity and he brings us stability. Let's see what is the divine position. What is going on in the heavens for you. And we've got the Strength card. So we've also got Leo here. Very strong energy of Leo. Sun, Moon, or Rising. Now, this is in the divine position. This could mean that the divine is giving you the strength and the courage and the patience, because this card of patience as well. Okay, so let's take a Black Moon Astrology card for you, Pisces. Spirit guides and angels, one card for more clarity for Pisces. Mid-November till end of November 2018. And we have fourth house roots. So fourth house is the house of Cancer. It's our roots, our family. It's all about, you know, Cancer is all about being the child that wants to be loved and nurtured, taken care of. Now the nodes have moved from Leo, Aquarius, they've moved into Cancer. So the north node is in Cancer, the south node is in Capricorn. So Cancer can be quite sensitive as well. So this is a reading which deals with anything to do with family matters. We do have the Ten of Coins here, which does speak about the family money. Family money, this could be a, you know, the opening of a will. It can be an inheritance. It is the foundation. So we, as I was saying, it's all about family situations. Now here in the hidden position, we've got the card of Gemini, the Lovers. And this is what you don't know. Now this could be a head over heart decision. I am using the Ciro Marchetti's Legacy of the Divine Tarot at this time. Now, the Lovers is a number 6, okay? And the Lovers is like, just like Gemini is. Sometimes, you know, it's the twins, even though here we don't have two people who look exactly the same. They're not identical twins, but they're two halves of a whole. So what you don't know is that this is a soulmate relationship. And some of you are, and this could be your partner that's actually having trouble deciding on whether to end this cycle. Because with the World card here, the World card does speak of the ending of a karmic cycle. It also speaks of travel, international matters. It's also finishing up some sort of a cycle. And with the World card, it's very fixed energy. So fixed energy speaks of, you know, difficult change, not being able to budge, not being able to make someone change their mind. And this could go either way. Now with the Magician here, as I said, Mercury is going retrograde. So if you are working through any matters, whether romance, family, money, business, you need to make sure that you go through the details, go over the details again and again, because you may be missing something. Now communication is vital here. Communication, if there has been a lack of communication, then it's time to speak up. But, as I said again, make sure that if you've sent out a message that they have received it. Make sure that it goes to the right recipient. Whatever you are communicating about, and it could be with family members, could even be with parents. Now, the fourth house, it's a 2 and an 8. It's a 28, which adds up to a 10. So you've got completions here. Now, in the recent past, we've got the Knight of Swords, which can be brutal communication, fast communication coming through from an air sign. Air quality could be like Gemini, Aquarius, or Libra, Sun, Moon, or Rising. Now, I feel that there is strong Leo here because we've got the Strength card as well as the Six of Wands. Now, Leo can be quiet because there's some, you know, there's a bit of pride here in this card. Even though it's a card of success, it's a 6, which is balance. Leos can be quite prideful. So if you are dealing with someone who's got strong pride and they can have a bit of an ego, then I would say that speaking clearly and speaking your truth is what's going to help you move through this energy. Now, in the position of now, the present. You have the Nine of Cups. And the Nine of Cups is usually a wish card. You know, it's 9 cups being full. It is a card of bliss and much happiness. Now, this can also speak of, you know, overindulging with alcohol, someone being very happy with and, you know, very proud of what they've accomplished, and being next to the 6. If this is business, it looks as though you're doing fantastically. Look, we've got the 6 of Wands. Wands are all about, you know, our vocation, our career, how we push forward, what power and what inspiration we put to what we do. And then, you know, getting to a point of success. So you have got some sort of a success coming through here. The money's here, and it's all based on money. Money is your driving force. It's your power. So that's what's keeping you moving forward, plunging through. Now, if there is... I want to say that if you are dealing with an air sign, and as I said, Gemini more than likely, the Queen of Swords can be someone who is quite cold, communicating quite coldly. Even though she speaks the truth, sometimes her words can be quite hurtful. The truth does hurt, and I was just saying that to Aquarius. Sometimes hurting can bring on the healing. The truth sometimes does set us free. So knowing the truth is what it's all about, especially with Venus having retrograded, coming, you know, she retrograded at 10 degrees of Scorpio, which is everything that is hidden. You know, dark Scorpio is, they're not very expressive. Like, it's very hard to get words out of a Scorpio person. Like, they're very hidden. So it has been a time of information coming up. And with Venus moving back into Libra, Libra is communication. Libra is finding the balance. It's finding your justice. And it's other people. It's partnerships and relationships. So speaking your mind, working through and trying to find that balance. Balance is very important with Venus in Libra at the moment. Now here we've got the World card. For some of you, and I'm going to say this could be a completion, finishing up a cycle successfully. Now, what kind of a completion would it be? With a Knight of Swords, this could be a fight, okay? If you are dealing with, if you are the Queen of Swords, let's say, and you are dealing with someone who is younger than you, because the Knight is a more immature energy than what the Queen is. And you know, this could be your partner and this could be you or the other way around. Know that the truth has been spoken. And the ego is very strong here. Now, the Nine of Cups could be someone that's done something and they're very happy with themselves. Doesn't mean always that it's a wish card. So head over heart decision is being made. And this could be the completion because the Lovers is a karmic relationship. It is karma. Okay, now again, this is Saturn. Saturn is difficult. Saturn gives us the lessons so that we can become the wiser one, the more mature. We're becoming the authoritarian, the authority. We're taking the lead. And also, Capricorn is also our status in the world, how people see us. Now, if we are dealing with business here, there is success here. You may be spreading your wings, dealing with international companies, right? Which is, you're making the magic. You're fantastic. You are bringing the money in, bringing in the success. And with the Strength card here, you're being very patient. You're pushing through. Now, in this card here, look at that lion. Look at the cats, I should say. They've all got a star on their head. So it's as though they're aligning with the divine. They're their third eye is open, their crown chakra is receiving the downloads from above. They're very, what am I saying? They are, I would say that they are receiving the power, they are receiving the knowledge, and they are sharing it with their partner. And their partner, obviously, here is the woman, right? It's usually in this card we've got a woman and the lion. Here we've got more cats. We've got a tiger, we've got a cheetah. So this looks like a family situation. And it looks as though she is taking the knowledge from her friends here. Interesting card. Very interesting. Now, always the Ten of Cups is the more desired outcome. You know, Ten of Cups is the completion. You're at the 9. You need to stay strong. You're fighting for one more cup and you're going to be complete. This is a wonderful reading in the sense that there is a lot to be very happy about here. There's a lot that you may have accomplished, whether this is love, business, or even just truth amongst family members. And always when we have some sort of a completion, there is a new beginning. Now the nodes having changed, right? And the World card, as I said, Saturn. Saturn is in Capricorn where the South Node is. The South Node is what we're letting go of, what is familiar to us. And it's, you know, it's something that we need to let go of and grow into the North Node, which is Cancer, the 4th house, and roots. So some of you may be really plunging through, trying to stabilize a family situation. Now, could it be family members that are against your partner? And that's where the truth is coming through. You're going to be able to, you've got the gift of the gab here. You are Mercury here. I would say that you've got a period of about 3 weeks to work through this. If, you know, you've had a decision, let's say someone said to you, look, it's either your partner, it's either us or him, let's say, and you've got a head over heart decision, then obviously you're going to go with what your heart says to you, right? Not what your mind tells you. And you may even be able to talk people into something. As I said, you're the magician here. You've got it. Whatever trouble you're in, whatever exchanges of intellect and language and communication you're going through, you've got the power to overcome. And this may even be like, you know, mother-child, let's say, because Cancer is the mother. They say it's the parents, but sorry about that, my computer just closed. I was saying that because the house of home is the 4th house, and that's why we say it's the parents, but it's mainly the mother. All right, dear Pisces, I think that that's enough for reading number 1. Let's go on to the extended reading. Thank you so much for being here. Thank you for liking, sharing, and commenting and subscribing. If this resonated with you, go ahead and watch the second part. You know, sometimes the extended readings do take a turn, they change. So if it has resonated or if you've got time, go and watch it. Just you might get some more details from there. And also your moon and rising signs, I would advise that you go and watch those as well. So sending you love. Talk to you soon. Bye-bye. Okay, for you astrology lovers, a little bit on that. Okay, so November 15th, we've actually got Mars that enters into Pisces. Wow. Interesting, eh? After so long that Mars has been Mars has been in Aquarius like, I don't know, for 4 or 5 months. And that's incredible. Finally, the Martian, which is full of fire and passion and, you know, the driving force. It's our force. It's our will. It's our energy. It actually moves into Pisces, Mars does, which Mars is the ruler of Aries, right? So Aries, Mars is nearly at home. When it moves into Aries, it will be in its home sign. So Mars has been through a lot of difficulty through Aquarius because it went through, you know, it was on the South Node. It went through difficult squares with Uranus. It was at a very, very difficult time in its transit. And it's happy because it's happier than being in Aquarius because, you know, Aquarius is an air sign. So fire and air do mean explosion, you know. Look at the worldly news. Look at what's happened in the past 4 or 5 months. Look at your own personal life. Like on the collective front, it's been really hard for people. As well as that, you know, on our own lives, in our own lives, it's been like really, really tough. It's like there's been a lot of trouble, a lot of changes happening. People have had like one day good, the next day it's like downhill. I see it in, you know, people that are around me in their lives. Same with me. I mean, we're all going through the same energies. So Mars, as I said, moving into Pisces. Pisces is a water sign, so Mars slows down there. It's like putting something that's on fire, let's say a torch, put it in water. It's like putting out the fire. There is no, it's difficult to move through because Pisces is murky. It's like watery, it's unclear. It's very loving, of course. Pisces has got a lot of love to give. It's the divine love. But Mars being there, it's like its energy is slowed down. It's like taking a break. It's as though it's taken drugs. Mars has taken drugs. It's drugged out and it's like going with the flow. It's lost its energy though. Think about it. What else? Okay. Let's see what's next. We've got Venus direct on the 16th of November. Don't forget, she's still in her shadow period. Even though it's all systems go, she's actually moving over the degrees. She's at 25 degrees, right? When she goes direct. She's at 25 degrees and she's still in Libra, which is her own home. So she's very happy there. She's very happy to move direct too. So from 25 degrees, she will be slowly and not long to go before she moves into, into Scorpio, and that will be in 2.5 weeks. So yeah, once she gets to the 10 degrees of Scorpio, that will be when her shadow period ends. So it is all systems go, but she's still sort of it's as though she's working on the last details of, you know, we're working on the last details of what we perceive as, you know, something that is adorable, beautiful, something that we love, anything that is of value to us, anything to do with love and money, and our value system. So very positive that she's moving direct. It's great. And being in Libra, it's the house of partnership. So we are still talking about finding our balance. We're hoping to find our balance. We're going to be able to be, just like Libra, trying to find the balance and being there for others. Because Libra is other people. It's the house of partnership, right? Whether it's family, business, or romance. Now, on the same day, like tomorrow, Mercury goes retrograde. So it's like Venus finishes, Mercury begins. So we're not at the end of the retrograde season. Now, Mercury is not such a tragic retrograde. Mercury goes retrograde 3 or 4 times every year. It's just that Mercury deals with communications, right? Anything to do with communicating, third house matters, which is siblings, neighbors, friends, being in a small group, anything to do with study as well. So anything electronic, anything that is driven, anything that you sit in and you drive it, be careful. There may be breakdowns. Be careful with looking at the details. You need to look over details again and again with Mercury retrograde, because if you are, let's say, traveling, you've got, your flight, your itinerary, look over the details, because there is a big chance that there is some sort of a mistake. There could be delays, there could be cancellations, what have you. Now, Mercury is in Sagittarius. Sagittarius is the house of higher education. Mercury is ruled by the house opposite Sag, which is Gemini, right? So little Mercury being in huge Gemini, because in huge Sagittarius, Sagittarius being ruled by Jupiter, is grand. It's big. It's enormous, So little Mercury in there moving retrograde is going to be going through some difficult aspects with Neptune at the moment. Actually, in the next week, we've got a difficult square between Mercury and Neptune, and that speaks of confusion. So, yeah, be careful. Be careful with being confused. Neptune is in Pisces. It's very strong, even though it's retrograde, and we're wearing rose-colored glasses. I already feel the confusion the past couple of days, so the next week, still the same. Be careful with your details. Be careful with communications and not misunderstanding. And try and stay alert. Keep that left brain working. Do not go into disillusion and illusions with Neptune in Pisces. Can happen. Now, on the 22nd of November, the sun will enter Sagittarius. What a beautiful time. Happy birthday, Sagittarius, right? Happy, happy birthday. I was so happy to give you the best reading in the whole world. So happy to do that for you. So, the sun in Sagittarius, there's a lot of optimism. My God. There is a lot of clarity. What is the sun? The sun is the ruler of Leo. It's, as I said before, it's grand. And when the sun meets up with Jupiter, which won't be long, let me see. Okay, so in 1.6 weeks, so in about 10 days, the sun is conjunct Jupiter in Sagittarius. My God, wishes coming true. Anything to do with Sagittarius, which is foreign places, foreign cultures, higher education, spirituality, truth, freedom, exploration, exploring, going on that adventure. It's a time to go on an adventure. It's a time to travel. Now, with Mercury retrograde, know that it only lasts for about 3 weeks. So it does not take long. It's actually like 3 weeks, but then it will be in shadow just for a bit. Let's say, I will tell you when it will be going direct. So in 3 weeks, which will be December the 7th, Mercury will be going direct. Yeah. So things will be back to normal. And that's fantastic. So communications, everything will come back to normal. Venus will be out of its shadow by then. It will be in Scorpio. So still deep Scorpio, hidden stuff. But that is still death and transformation, but in a very positive way, because Venus will be direct. So anything to do with intimacy as well. Very, Scorpios rules the sexual organs. This is like sex on fire. Sex on leg, how do we say it? Sex on legs, yeah. So now 23rd of November, which is, 23rd is like 11. If you break it down, it's a number 11. Again, it's in the 11th month of the 11th year. So I'm saying that the full moon in Gemini, at the beginning of Gemini, is going to be amazing. Now, Gemini is all about, it's ruled by Mercury. Gemini is an air sign, so it's all about our intellect. It's all about communication, writing, reading, studying, siblings, neighbors, education, as well as short distance travel. Full moon is a completion, right? It's clarity. It's like an illumination. So with completions come new beginnings, correct? So it's at 0 degrees and 52 of Gemini, which is, it's actually on the cusp with Taurus. Now, the last full moon was in Taurus. Taurus is all about our values, what is near and dear to us, what we value, it's all about the comforts in our life. Taurus is it's earth. So it's all about putting in that hard work, because it's the house of earned income. So working hard towards things that make you feel comfortable, right? So being right on the cusp of Taurus Gemini, it's all about the things that I just mentioned, like, anything to do with communication, also publicity, like publishing a book, anything that's been written. I think that people are going to look at this time as very important, because, as I said, Gemini is logic. Gemini is the left brain. It's a very intellectual sign. So our intellect will be very, very important at this time. And anything that deals with that left brain, logic, anything to do with logic. All right, 24th of November, Neptune goes direct. So we've got so many things happening. Neptune direct, those rose-colored glasses are coming off. Neptune is in Pisces. It's at 13 degrees, almost 14 degrees of Pisces. So moving direct, Pisces is the divine love. Pisces is the completion of a cycle. It's the last sign of the zodiac. Now, Pisces is also a water sign. So, as I said, with Neptune moving direct, even though Pisces is also, it's a very dark house. It's the occult. It's things that are hidden. The positive thing with Neptune moving direct is that those glasses will come off. We will be able to see through the veil. So anything that has been disillusioning for you, if you've been stuck in an illusion, if you've been drugging yourself out because the energies have been so difficult, it's actually time to cut down on those drugs, see things clearly, right? And just go with the flow, because Pisces is as I said, it's the divine love. It's giving everything to the world. And I think that it is time with Neptune moving direct, and in its own home sign, we've got Jupiter direct in its home sign. We've got Venus at that stage, obviously direct in its home sign still. This is like incredible. It really is. Now, the moon, while I'm doing this, is in Aquarius. Aquarius is the rebel. The moon is our emotions. So not being so emotional, I would say, because Aquarius is like, you know, they break down, they rebel against things that don't work for them, right? So with the moon moving through Aquarius, it's like detaching from our emotions. It's like using, again, our intellect, because all air signs are intellectual, more than what our heart space is. So it's detaching from anything that is difficult emotionally. Now, the moon is also home. It's our mother as well. So this is like detaching, like cutting that umbilical cord, I would say, and breaking free from anything that has been tying you, holding you hostage to some sort of an obligation. Could be a family obligation, could be anything to do with home, your roots, anything like that. So what have I not mentioned? So I can finish the astrology part of this reading. Okay, well, Pluto is direct in Capricorn at 19 degrees. Saturn is at 6 degrees. It's starting to get closer and closer to Pluto. Saturn, of course, is very strong. Yeah, I didn't mention that. Saturn is in its own home sign of Capricorn. Very, very strong. And with the nodes having shifted into Cancer, Capricorn, Cancer is the north node. South node is in Capricorn. It's a very Capricornian time for the next year and a half. Now, Cancer is the home, the family, the roots, the mother. Capricorn is our status in the world. It's being the authority. It's putting in that hard work, standing strong, becoming the elder. So that's the axis we will be working through. This is our soul's purpose for the next 18 months. Anything to do with career, which is Capricorn, and home, which is Cancer. So I think I will leave it at that. When I have time, I will upload more astrology on Vimeo. I will let you know about it. I'm really struggling with time at the moment. The only thing that I did not mention is that the sun is still at 22 degrees of Scorpio. It's finishing up its cycle in Scorpio, and it will be moving into Sag, right, very soon, as well as Chiron at 28 degrees of Pisces. It's still in its retrograde mode. So Chiron is the wounded healer. It's going back, trying to find a way to heal and end a chapter of anything to do with past life wounds, childhood wounds, and Chiron being the wounded healer. Some of us are licking our wounds, trying to heal them, and in the process we are becoming the healers. Now, when Chiron moves back into Aries, this is a sign of the initiation. This is a brand new sign, a brand new cycle. And so we will be instigating healing, okay, healing through crisis, healing and becoming the warrior, pushing the energies through to bring on that healing or to become that healer. Did I mention Uranus at 29 degrees of Aries? Again, very explosive. Okay, very, very explosive. Now, one last thing that I wanted to say was that Mars, which will be moving into Pisces, Mars is the ruler of Aries, right? And Uranus being in Aries, it's like Uranus rules Aquarius. So it's funny, you know, having Mars in Aquarius at the last degrees. It's like, it's as though they've swapped positions. So instead of Mars being where Uranus is where Mars would be, and so on and so forth. So this is a very interesting time because there is a sextile between the two, all right? And this is very interesting because it's very important when this happens. All right, so I think I will leave you at that. Thank you so much. Thank you for liking, sharing, and subscribing. Sending you many wishes and many blessings. Stay well, stay blessed. Bye.